Tony Stewart. 5.3 seconds up on Kasey Kahne. As here's the pass for second place. Kasey Kahne underneath Jeff Gordon. Greg Biffle is fourth, Ryan Newman fifth, Casey Mears, Kurt Busch, Rusty Wallace, Jimmy Johnson, and Jamie McMurray. Here the Dodge front runners at 85 laps, led by Kasey Kahne in second and pole sitter Ryan Newman. Matt?
Last year when Kasey Kahne started driving Busch full time, he went to another open wheel star for advice, Tony Stewart. But during the offseason, he went to his teammate Bill Elliott for advice. Elliott gave him the best advice of all. He said, "You are a very talented young man. Even though you are very talented, there are a number of drivers who are just as talented. To be successful at this level, you must be committed." So Kasey started watching past Nextel Cup races. He works out 4 to 5 days a week, even has gone on a great nutritional plan. He's done everything Ray Evernham has asked, and I guess it kind of falls in that old line from Roger Penske. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity, and he is preparing himself for success, and they have found it pretty much this year so far. Steve?
Well, Matt, Greg Biffle having a fine run, listed in 4th position. He only has 2 Cup starts here. His best finish of 13th, and he's in a brand new race car that has never been tested. But, again, they are having a good run. He's been talking to crew chief Doug Richard about different changes to make. When they stop next, they'll take a ½ pound out of both left side tires. Dick Berggren.
Jeff Gordon is running in 3rd spot, but he has dropped well back, 7 or so seconds behind, and he has said on the radio on lap 82, we've got to get the car off the right rear. On lap 84, he wanted to know what the tires look like. He said the thing is bad already. On lap 85, he said, I've got to take care of the right rear. I know I'm killing it. Jeannie?
Well, Dick, after 70 weeks in the top 10 in points, Jimmy Johnson fell out of favor with a crash at Rockingham. And you think they're not feeling the pressure on the 48 team, and it's not all about the chase for the championship. The point standings determines garage location, the best spots reserved for the best. Kind of a daily reminder of the track, just how good you are. Imagine if you're a salesperson and you go to the office every day and the staff rotates based on your performance. So here it is, the threat of maybe having to share a garage or work in a smaller space. Self-esteem definitely on the line. That'll push you a little harder come Sunday. Chad Knaus telling his crew, hey, nobody try to be a superstar today. Just do your job, pay attention to detail. We'll get it back.
Thanks, Jeannie. Jimmy Johnson's about to have company.
Yes, he is. Rusty Wallace in that 2 car. I've been watching him. He started back in 11th position. He's back there in 8th. I really paid close attention to his green flag pit stop a while ago. They have made changes on that pit crew after every race, but this week they brought his crew chief back from last year, not to be crew chief. Larry Carter's still the crew chief, but Bill Wilburn, who's been over helping Brendan Gaughan, he's back changing tires. They made up ground on that green flag stop.
Wilbur's about as good as they get on the right front. I mean, he does a whale of a job, and you know, that's what he did before he was crew chief. So he's right back in a customary position.
Now this race for 7th, 8th, and 9th, just ahead of them, Casey Mears in the NASCAR top 10 for the first time in his brief Cup career.
Having a nice little run. I mean, that team has really stepped it up from last year.
Now, Matt Kenseth, we had spinning onto pit road during green flag pit stops, and he finds himself 1 lap down, plus a long way around the racetrack.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching his lap times. His lap times are better than Tony Stewart's. I mean, that last lap, he was a ½ a second quicker than Tony Stewart. But right now, he's still a lap down after spinning on pit road, having to do the drive-through penalty. Right now, he's in 22nd. The first car a lap down is 17th. So what he wants to do, he needs to get up 6 positions to be the first car a lap down where he can get the free pass should we get a caution. He needs a caution, but he needs to get to that position before he gets the caution.
Yeah, and he's getting it in a hurry too, because he's closing right up on the back of Ryan Newman and several other cars that he's going to make a pass on here pretty quick.
And we're not that far away from some more green flag pit stops.
Stewart flashes by with a 4.2 second lead on Kasey Kahne. 6.5 seconds on Jeff Gordon, 7.5 on Greg Biffle. Top of your screen, number of laps until the next scheduled pit stop should we stay under green. Earnhardt Jr. flashes past in 13th. Came into last week's race as the point leader. Had enough trouble to keep him in and out of the garage all day, but in truth only ended up one position worse than if they just made short pit stops and continued to work on the car throughout the day. Matt?
Back on lap 57, Junior's team worked both on that loose exit condition and the tight. They have really mastered that loose on exit. The car to Junior's liking. He says, now I really don't want to make it too much more free. It's almost perfect. The problem, there's a lot of distance between Junior's 8 and Tony Stewart's 20.
And I tell you, that 8 car, Dale Earnhardt Jr., they had a very eventful week, but the problem is Dale Earnhardt Jr. is only about 7 to 8 seconds from being lapped. Tony Stewart, the 20 car, he is the leader as he just goes by Ricky Rudd again. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that group, not only did they try to go to Kentucky to figure out what their woes were at Las Vegas, they went to Bristol and tested for 2 days, had a great test. The biggest thing that came out of there, confidence back in him and that race team.
Jeff Burton has just gone 1 lap down to Tony Stewart, and that leaves us 15 cars on the lead lap as we close in on 150 miles in Atlanta.